The Instagram influencer who demanded free wedding photography had no idea I owned the venue she was trashing on mine. 3 months ago, a woman with 82 Kingscron followers reached out to my photography business asking to collaborate on her upcoming wedding translation. She wanted free photography in exchange for exposure to her followers. I politely declined, explaining that wedding photography is my primary income, and sent her my standard pricing. She responded with a paragraph about how I was missing a huge opportunity and that her followers were my exact target demographic. When I stood firm, she booked another photographer, and I forgot about the exchange. Last Saturday was her wedding day. I know this because my phone started blowing up with notifications from a wedding venue review site where she'd left a scathing 1-star review, not of her photographer Perton of my family's wedding venue Willow Creek. What she didn't realize is that I am not just a photographer. My parents started Willow Creek 30 years ago, and I took over management 5 years ago while running my photography business on the side. I photographed hundreds of weddings there, but I also handle the venue's marketing, bookings, and operations. Her review claimed our venue is a complete disaster with unprofessional staff. What earned her special day? She specifically mentioned that the event coordinator was rude and unhelpful, and that we tried to nickel and dime her for basic services. The thing is, I personally coordinated her wedding. I had bent over backward to accommodate her last-minute changes, stayed 2 hours past my scheduled time when her reception ran long, and even helped bustle her dress when her maid of honor couldn't figure it out. The actual issue: we had enforced our clearly stated policy that outside vendors, like her wedding planner and photographer, needed to provide proof of insurance. Her photographer parent likely and other exposure hire parent didn't have insurance, and we required a $500 security deposit that would be returned after the event. This is standard in our industry to protect against property damage. She had thrown a fit about the deposit on her wedding day but eventually paid it. The photographer didn't damage anything, so the deposit was already in the mail for a full refund when she posted her review. I could have responded publicly as the venue owner, but instead I decided to message her privately. First, hi Melissa, this is Emma from Willow Creek. I'm reaching out regarding your review. I was actually your event coordinator on Saturday. Before that, I was the photographer you contacted for free services in exchange for Instagram exposure. I wanted to address your concerns directly rather than in a public response. 20 minutes later, she called me in tears. She hadn't made the connection between me and the venue. She admitted that she was just angry about the deposit and had embellished the review to teach us a lesson. She also confessed that she'd done the same thing to 3 other vendors who hadn't given her discounts. I explained that small businesses like mine depend on honest reviews for survival and that fabricating experiences can devastate a family business. I offered to refund her security deposit immediately if she would remove the false review. She not only removed it, but posted a new 5-star review apologizing for her misunderstanding, though not admitting her deception. She also sent a flower arrangement to our office with a handwritten apology note. The real victory came 2 days later when her wedding photographer paired, who apparently had seen our conversation through parent to Melissa, had sent her wedding planner pair to reach Annette Melissa Burporito. She was tired of working for exposure and wanted to do things properly, including getting business insurance. I am meeting her for coffee next week to help her set up her business plan. Sometimes the best response to entitlement isn't public shaming, but professional guidance, though I admit seeing Melissa's face when she realized who I was would have made a perfect wedding photograph.